Good afternoon. I'm Christy Runyon. This is an ABC 36 News update. A Lexington man who walked into a school and allegedly gunned down his coworker is facing a judge this afternoon. 27-year-old Brian McGuire was brought back to Kentucky yesterday after being arrested in Missouri. But today, McGuire will walk in a courtroom and will answer to the charge of murder. ABC 36's Tony Hensley has a preview of what could be an emotional day in court.
Well, good afternoon. 27-year-old Brian McGuire will go before a judge this afternoon in answer to that murder charge. McGuire turned himself in to authorities last week in Jackson County, Missouri. Now, that's not too far outside of Kansas City. Now, McGuire is charged with murder after the shooting death of 38-year-old Danny Donato at Lexington's Leestown Middle School. No one knows for sure what may have led McGuire to allegedly shoot and kill his co-worker, but his recent postings on a popular social networking site show he was under a great deal of mental stress, writing about financial and personal problems. In January, he wrote he was on the edge of a nervous breakdown. He also said he was feeling sick, poor, and still stressed. Despite those writings, the victim's family is still having a hard time coming to grips with his murder.
Every day he called me, talked to me, and said, "Mom, I love you."
Again, 27-year-old Brian McGuire is expected to go before a judge shortly after 1 o'clock in answer to that murder charge. We will be inside the courtroom with the very latest coming up tonight on ABC 36 beginning at 5:30. But for now, in downtown Lexington, Tony Hensley, ABC 36 News.
A man charged with murder in Winchester has pleaded down to first-degree manslaughter. Anthony Brown was charged in the death of Kim Hooten in September of last year. Brown has also pleaded guilty to tampering with physical evidence. A robbery charge against him was dropped. Hooten was found dead in the middle of a road last September. Brown faces 15 years in jail. He will be formally sentenced on July 9th. The slot machine bill is set to move forward again today in Frankfort. The bill passed the House Budget Committee yesterday with a vote of 19-9. It could get a vote on the House floor today. Several lawmakers say the only reason they voted yes was to move the controversial issue to the full House. The top Democrat in the House calls yesterday's vote very encouraging, but an anti-gambling spokesman says the strategy stinks.
I think what you see, and what I've seen throughout the week, is a mounting support for the measure. The industry has made a very good case.
You know, this process is a lot like slot machines. It's rigged to deceive the people.
Those against expanded gambling were upset they were not allowed to voice their opposition during the hearing. The Family Foundation calls the plan just a way to sway voters.